everyone, students. How are you doing? I believe that you are enjoying your stay at home and paying very good attention to your studies online. I welcome you all to today's lesson. Today's lesson is from Unit 5 of our textbook. We are opening at page 14 of Skills Builders part of your book, which is the second part of your book, okay? The first part is the learner's book and the second part is Skills Builder. So opening at page 14 and then let's study something interesting today. Today we are studying about symmetry. This word is called symmetry, okay? Symmetry. What is symmetry? Symmetry means that you want to divide an image into two equal parts that looks the same. So what do you have to use to show that you are dividing your image into two different portions? You have to use a line of symmetry. So let's look on this board and look at the images that we have here. So we have a drawing of a robot here. We have a drawing of a star, a drawing of a butterfly, and then we have M over here. If you look at these images on our board, you could see a line that is dotted going through all the images here. These lines that you see here are what we call line of symmetry. So this line of symmetry is dividing our image or drawing into two equal parts, okay? The parts should also look the same. If you look at our M here, this part of M is the same or equal as this part here. So when you break this M into two and you fold it, this corner is going to match this corner, and then this corner is going to match this corner. It means that our line of symmetry here is correct. Whenever you put a line of symmetry in a drawing and you fold and it cannot be the same, it means that your line of symmetry is wrong, okay? So let's start from our robot here. If you look at this robot, this part of the drawing is exactly the same as this part of the drawing. So it means that our line of symmetry here is correct, and it is right. This portion is the same as this portion. So this portion is showing a reflection of this other portion. Okay, let's look at our star. We have our line of symmetry here going through our star. It means when we close this star, this portion is going to sit on this portion, and then this portion will sit here, and then this half will sit on this half. So it makes this line of symmetry correct. So when you put a line through this side and it cannot fit well, it means that you have a wrong line of symmetry. So whenever you are putting a line of symmetry into your drawing, you look at both sides and make sure that whatever design you have on the right hand side is the same as you have on the left hand side, okay? Let's look at our butterfly. If you look at this very beautiful drawing of our butterfly, our line of symmetry is going through the butterfly. The wings here are exactly the same as the wings here. So it means that when the butterfly closes its wings, they match. So it means that our line of symmetry is correct because it's showing the same reflection on both sides. So students, whenever you are asked of a line of symmetry or what is the meaning of symmetry, symmetry means that you are dividing your image into two equal parts, two equal portions, and the portions match or fit when you put it together, okay? So symmetry, this is our line of symmetry. This is how we make a line to show that we are putting in a line of symmetry on our drawing. I believe you followed this lesson very well, and it's very easy for you to do your first task in this video. In your activity for this video, which is your first task, I'm giving you an example of what you have to do. I'll post the actual images that you have to work on for your first task. But I have two examples here that I want to demonstrate to you how you can follow these examples to do your task for this video. We have a square here. And in this square, our activity is we're supposed to draw a line of symmetry on each shape. So this is a shape of square, and this is a shape of cross. So when you look at your square, you have to decide where you want to put your line of symmetry. Okay, so let's look at this. If you put a line here, it means that you can easily close this part to this part. And that makes your line of symmetry correct. Okay? Again, you can also decide to look at your image at a different portion and then you put a line of symmetry. So let's look at a different place that we can also put a line of symmetry. Okay? So now we pick our ruler. And then we look at this one. So when you take your ruler and you put it here on this angle, okay? When you put your ruler and you draw your line of symmetry, it means you're going to have what? A straight. So you have your line of symmetry going straight in your angle. Okay, very good. So now, you see we have a very beautiful line of symmetry as compared to the first one. So always try to use your ruler so that your line is going to be very straight. So when you close this portion on this side, it's matched, it fits. So it means this line of symmetry is correct, and then this line of symmetry is also correct. But you are supposed to draw one line of symmetry, okay? Very good. Now let's look at our shape of cross. If you are here and then here, you can make a line of symmetry and you can close your cross like this, okay? So let's see. Make a line of symmetry after we've drawn our cross. Very nice. Okay. So this line goes through very well, so you can close to this point. So this line becomes your line of what? Symmetry. Okay, so this is your line of symmetry. Okay? So this is your line of symmetry. Very nice one. Someone can also decide to put the line here and then this corner. So let's see that one too. So we have our line going through very beautifully. Okay. Very good. So which means that this is the second place that you can put your line of symmetry, or you can decide to put your line of symmetry on this way. So I'll post the total images on the group for you so that you can draw your shapes and put the line of symmetries there as beautifully as we've done today. Thank you very much. Hope to see you in our second video. Hello students, welcome back to our second video. Today's lesson is on symmetry, and it is taken from Unit 5 of our textbook at Skills Builder, part of our book, page 14. We studied that symmetry is a line that we draw on a shape to divide shapes into two equal parts. We've demonstrated on our board how we can put a line of symmetry into shapes. First, we look at our robots. We put a line of symmetry into the robot, which gives it two equal sides. Okay, so this line is what we call line of symmetry. For our star, we also have the line of symmetry here that divides our star into two equal parts. So which means when you fold the star, it's going to match each side. With our butterfly, we also have a line of symmetry going through. We look at letter M, that also has a line of symmetry. So in short, a line of symmetry is a line that divides shapes into two equal designs or two equal sides. The design you see on the left should be the same as the design that you see on the right. Okay, so that is line of symmetry. On this video, we will do our second activity, which is our second task on this video on our lesson symmetry. Unlike the first task, you are supposed to draw your image and then put a line of symmetry on it. On this task, which is task 2, we are going one step ahead of the first activity or the first task. This time around, whenever you have a shape, you are supposed to find out how many lines of symmetry can you draw on one shape. Because some shapes can take more than one line of symmetry, some shapes can only take one, and some shapes cannot even take a line of symmetry at all. So example, we have a triangle on the board here. If you look at our triangle, the only possible way to put a line of symmetry is from the top through the middle to the bottom of your triangle. So which means when you have an image of a triangle or a shape of a triangle, it can only take one line of symmetry. So in your activity, you draw a triangle, you put a line of symmetry inside, then you tell how many line of symmetries that is possible for that particular shape. So on this triangle, we can only have one line of symmetry. So we write 1, which is only one line of symmetry. Okay, now this image, which is our second example, when you see this image, is having two lines of symmetry. So it is having line 1 here, and then it's having line 2 also here. So which means this line is dividing the image into two, which means when you fold this side onto this side, it is possible. The second line of symmetry is also going through in the middle from left to right. So what means that when you fold this from top to down, it's also going to match and fit. So for this object, it is having two lines of symmetry. So over here, it says number of lines of symmetry. So we write 2 here. So this is one line, this is 2 lines. So in your activity, you find out how many possible lines of symmetry that you can find on those images. So I'll send the shapes that you have to work on for task 2 in the group for you to draw and put your line of symmetry on it. Thank you and see you in our last video. Hello students, welcome to our last video for today's lesson. Today's lesson is on symmetry from Unit 5, page 14 of our textbook and Skills Builder portion of the textbook. We've learned that symmetry is a line that divides two image into two equal parts, and these lines are normally drawn in a dotted way. Okay, so we draw them in a dotted way, not like a straight line. So this is a line of symmetry that we have learned today. Some images you can draw a line of symmetry on them, some images you cannot draw a line of symmetry on them. Some images you can draw more than one line of symmetry, some images you can only draw more. So you look at your image and then you decide what would be the correct line of symmetry that you can put on your image as you have done in your first and second activities, okay? One other way that you can also identify images by symmetry is showing the reflection of those images on one side to the another. So we're going to do that in our homework. So this video is on our homework for today's lesson, symmetry. So at page 14 of your challenge book in the textbook, so page 14 of challenge book, there's a table there that you can find. So when you open up page 14 at the challenge part of your book, you see this beautiful table over here. So the table comes with some images, okay? So there is a drawing on the left hand side here. So this left hand side here is the original drawings that you have. You have your line of symmetry going through the images, okay? So on the right hand side is a space that you have here. So you are supposed to show the reflection of the images on the left hand side at the right hand side. So example, we have a circle and a triangle. So on the boxes here, you have to draw on in which of the boxes that best fits for a symmetry of the images that you have here. So this is a correct example that we have in your textbook. This flower is on the third box at the left hand side, and then on the mirror it appears on the second box. So which means that when you close this mirror like this flower will sit on this one, okay? So in between these boxes here, you have to identify which area that when you draw the images on the left hand side to that of the right and it is closed, it sits on it perfectly. So this is your activity for homework, and this video is mainly for your homework. I hope to get the outcome or the completion of this table before our next lesson. I hope to see you all again in our next week lesson. Goodbye.